Welcome into day number nine of our Howling Halloween countdown as we keep the celebration of Halloween rolling here in the Mad Lab. I'm Dr. Gangrene, and as always, we're picking these movies at random. So tonight, we're going to find out what we're going to look at by consulting the Jack-o'-lantern of terror. Handsome guy here, isn't he? Reach inside here, pull out one of these little jack-o'-lanterns here. Let's see what tonight's movie shall be. Tonight, we're going to look at another true classic in the genre, An American Werewolf in London. An American Werewolf in London was made in 1981, directed by John Landis. David and Jack, played by David Naughton and Griffin Dunne, are two Americans backpacking across England. They travel to a small village and stop in a pub called the Slaughtered Lamb for a pint and a quick bite to eat. The local villagers are warm and inviting at first until Jack asks about a five-pointed star painted on the wall. The pub goes stone silent and the villagers become hostile, so the boys decide to leave. The bartender begs the rest of the pub not to let them go, but they insist that the boys leave. The villagers warn them to stay on the road and keep clear of the moors, and beware the moon. Once they're on the road, it begins to rain. The boys get turned around and find themselves off the road and followed by some sort of animal. They are attacked by a huge wolf and Jack is killed. David is attacked as well, but the wolf is gunned down by the villagers who had a last-minute change of heart. Before losing consciousness, David could swear he saw not the body of a wolf lying beside him, but that of a naked man. He awakens later in the hospital in London. There he meets a lovely nurse named Alex Price, played by Jenny Agutter, and he is visited by the ghost of his dead friend, warning that he will become a werewolf with the next full moon. This film is fantastic for so many reasons. The script, written by John Landis, is smart and funny, a perfect blend of comedy and horror, something that John Landis excels in. I love the references to the Universal Wolfman, starring Lon Chaney, the sort of thing I come to look forward to in a John Landis film. The effects in American Werewolf in London were done by Rick Baker and are among the finest in film history. The transformation scenes in particular, all done with practical makeup effects, were groundbreaking. The wolf in this film is portrayed as a four-legged beast, which separates it from most werewolf films. I especially love the makeup on Jack, who visits David repeatedly, every time more rotted as it continues to degenerate and decompose, unable to rest in peace until the wolf's bloodline has been severed. It's a brilliant touch and my favorite part of this film. An American Werewolf in London won an Oscar for Best Makeup in 1981. A remake has been planned with Max Landis at the helm of his father's landmark film. He is currently scripting it with plans to direct as well. Whether it will ever happen remains to be seen, but it's safe to say those are some pretty huge footprints to fill. 5 skulls. An American Werewolf in London, a true classic of the genre. One of the greatest werewolf movies ever made, if not the best ever made. You know, I kind of go back and forth between this and The Howling and the original Wolfman. They're all top 5 movies. This is definitely great. I tell you, I'm a little biased towards An American Werewolf in London because I'm a huge John Landis fan. The director of this one has never made a movie that I didn't like. I enjoy all his work. He does a better job than anybody of combining humor and horror, and this one's chock full of humor, but not too much. It's not a comedy. It's comedy-ish. It's a mix. It's not just silly, but it's definitely got comedic moments. I love the banter between Griffin Dunne and David Naughton, especially when Dunne keeps changing further into the decayed corpse as he continues along his curse, continues, and he's trying to convince Naughton to kill himself. Hilarious stuff, great stuff. And Jenny Agutter, I tell you, I always had a crush on that lady. She's so beautiful and such a great act. Does a great job in this and everything I've seen her in, Logan's Run, everything. She's always a delight to watch. So that accent just kills me. So anyway, love her in this. This is a great movie. Definitely one worth watching. Always on TV during the Halloween season. Available VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, you name it, you can find it. This is one, if you've never seen it, shame on you. Track it down, watch it immediately. You will love it. An American Werewolf in London. 5 skulls out of 5, a classic of the genre. Join me back here tomorrow night and we will talk about more werewolves in film as we celebrate our Howling Halloween countdown.